Hello and welcome again to the Daytona DMAX Championships here at Sandown Park on the alternate circuit. Now it's time for the Light Enduro Championship, and this is going to be a very interesting race. We've got so many guest drivers coming in this weekend to really shake up the form book. People like Max O'Shaughnessy can't even get a look into the top 10 this time. Let's see who we can grab a word with. I think, Alex, you've already found Tom Kempynck, so let's have a word.
Yeah, so Tom, on the front row, just 20 hundredths in it, mate. I mean, last night you put on social media to me that you did a 45.174, but it was very, very close between yourself and Dom Whiting. It really puts you in a prime position for challenging not only for a podium, for a win. So you must be feeling pretty confident today.
Yeah, I do feel confident. Yesterday was great, as you said, did a 45.17. Today a 10 slower. It's good starting on the front row. Pity that I just missed pole position because it's a point in the championship, but yeah, still all to play for, and the good is the championship contenders are behind me, so looking forward to the race.
And do you think with the fact that the temperatures have started to rise a little bit, that might help you a little bit in this Enduro?
Yes, I think so. A lot of people will be more thinking about what to do rather than just going straight for the attack, so it should help.
Okay, and it looks like, thank you very much, Tom. Good luck today. Jake, who have you got with you?
I've got the pole sitter, Dom Whiting. He's been absolutely incredible. 0.020 of a second quicker than the man on form so far, Tom Kempynck. Dom, first weekend in the championship, boom, pole position. That was easy.
Well, first weekend, I was doing it a couple of years ago, so I thought I'd come back, it'd be rude not to, but no, I didn't expect to be that quick. I actually was going to come in a lap early because I thought the car was bugging a little bit, but maybe it's not, maybe it's all right. Seems like there's a lot of grip out there. Especially around this last little bit, it's quite difficult to sort of pull together, but yeah, I'd rather it be a couple of attempts, but you know, racing's racing.
And of course it's going to be incredibly close. When you look through from the front to the back, there's only 1.4 seconds covering the entire field. So how are you going to maintain that kind of advantage going into the race?
I'm not sure. I don't know what my fitness is going to be like, to be honest, because I haven't done an hour race for it's been over a year, so we'll see how it goes. Just try and stay off the curbs, keep it clean. Yeah.
I like a man who goes for a challenge. Well done, Dom. Congratulations.
Cheers.
Right, let's try and find the man who's leading the championship, actually. I've got Max O'Shaughnessy with me, so let's see if we can grab a quick word. Sorry, Ben, to make you run around. Max O'Shaughnessy, this is a very interesting start to your weekend, let's be fair, because you should be at the front end of the field, and at the moment you're not.
I'm not sure what the problem is. I don't know if it's me, my car, but I don't think I should be 7/10 off what I was yesterday. It's not ideal, but hopefully I can come through in the race.
And that's going to be the really interesting part of it. An hour race, there's a few drivers here who are coming back and are on the pace over one lap. Over an hour, that's going to be different.
Yeah, last time we were at Sandown, I started in a similar pace. I think it was 10th or 11th, and I ended up winning and coming through the pack. And sort of it's similar at Shennington on how to back qualifying, so it's not all over.
Okay, fair play, Max. Good luck for it.
Right, thanks.
It is going to be interesting, though, with him starting solo down. Alex, who have you found?
I found Sam Lovelace, who starts from 11th. Now, Sam, we were just talking a second ago. Your only podium has actually come from here at Sandown, but that was earlier on in the season. Very close qualifying. You were just over 5.5 tenths off the pace. Did you feel that there was a bit more in the cart to come?
Certainly, I think there's more to come from me, especially because it's a big field today, so there's a lot of traffic, and in qualifying traffic's, you know, big deal. So I think I can move up in the race. I think I've got the pace to move up in the race. But there's a lot of quick drivers here, and you see Axel and Max down in 12th and 9th, so it's going to be really good.
And you're looking forward to not so much getting your elbows out completely, but sort of making sure that you're playing hard, but you're playing fair at the same time.
Of course, there's rules to be, you know, abided by. So I'll try my best to get up the field, but it's going to be a long race. So
I think we've got time for one more before we go to the grid, and interesting because not in the position that we expect to see here in Charlotte Manton, struggling so far this weekend. What are you putting it down to at the moment? Where's the issue?
I can't find a car that suits me at the minute. I've been through 3 so far and I've swapped for the race, so let's hope the 4th time lucky.
I tell you what though, it's going to be really interesting when you've got so many drivers out of position. You could be one of those who manages to gain a little bit more ground.
I hope so. It should be a good race if we put it down to that anyway. I think I'm starting 26th, so let's try and make up 25 places.
Nothing to lose, plenty to gain.
Not absolutely, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, good luck, Charlotte. Have a good one out there.
Thank you.
So, incredible races. Just to give you a brief idea, we've got Whiting and Kempynck at the front, Dhillon and Hampshire on the second row, but the likes of Sliječević down in ninth, Jack O'Neill returning, could be a bit of a wild card in there. Ben Leslie and Cameron Khan struggled their way into the top 10. Max O'Shaughnessy, championship leader, down in P14. Who knows what's going to happen? So, roll the dice and pick a number. Who is going to win this race? That is genuinely how close it is in the qualifying session. 1.4 seconds covers all 28 competitors in this race. I genuinely cannot pick a winner. There are so many drivers out there with a chance to do it. Some of them have been better in sprints of late and have only done sprints of late, such as the pole sitter Dom Whiting. Hence why he's on pole position. He's still not sure about his fitness for the entirety of. This could be very entertaining.
Definitely, with some of the championship contenders literally being thrown amongst the pigeons, if they were cats, let's say that. Max O'Shaughnessy starts from 14th on the grid, 6/10 off the pace of pole setter Dom Whiting. Dante Dhillon, though, is starting third on the grid alongside Sam Hampshire, as drivers are being asked to get in their carts before we get underway. Charlotte Manson's got a lot of work ahead of her down in 26th, so we'll see what happens when we go green very shortly.
So let's talk you through the grid then for the Daytona DMAX Light Enduro round 7 here at Sandown Park on the alternate, 0.9 of a kilometre. Dom Whiting and Tom Kempynck on the front row of the grid, Dante Dhillon and Sam Hampshire on the second. Ben Leslie lines up beside Jack O'Neill with Cameron Khan and Sam Bennett on the fourth row. Axel Sliječević are on row 5 together with Sam Lovelace alongside Zach Swanell. Ethan Suter and Max O'Shaughnessy, the championship leader, all the way down on row 7, Max O'Shaughnessy. Watch him fight his way through. Graham Cobb in a lowly 15th alongside Nathan Ballard. Then we've got Evrim Gula, new boy for the 2017 season this weekend, alongside Boyd Wayne Jr. Russell Horton and Steve Bays round out the top 20. From Anatoly Dilko, Ben Ireland, Alex Brazier, Jean Careques, Jan Christie, Charlotte Manton, who complained she never really got a decent feel in the car during qualifying, Jason Cole and George Warledge. This is going to be really interesting, Alex, none the least because we've got a lot of returning drivers and guest drivers who have shaken up the form book a bit.
But there's also one noticeable absentee from this grid. It's the man currently 4th in the championship standings. Cameron Noble is not here this weekend, so this gives a prime opportunity for Axel Sliječević, Graham Cobb, Ben Leslie, Harrison Pugh and even Charlotte Manton to make inroads onto 4th place. But Tom Kempynck now is clearly in the hunt for at least a podium on the title credentials. He's currently 3rd on 198 points, just 13 behind Dante Dhillon.
Well, this is advantage Dante Dhillon and Tom Kempynck, to be fair, because with Kempynck 2nd on the grid, Dhillon 3rd, and championship leader Max O'Shaughnessy down in 14th on the starting grid, this definitely gives those two, Dhillon and Kempynck, a chance to close up in the championship fight. But Max O'Shaughnessy sent a little bit of a warning message to us just before the race got underway. He did say, didn't he, that we have had him start this low down at Sandown Park before and surge his way through to the front. So it's definitely not game over. If anything, the race is just going to be that little bit more interesting for Max O'Shaughnessy as they come out of the final turn. Whiting, Kempynck, Dhillon, Hampshire, Leslie, O'Neill, Khan, Bennett, Sliječević, Pugh, green flags, and we're racing. And already it looks as if Tom Kempynck is going to try and overhaul our race leader, Dom Whiting. He hasn't managed it, so he's had to slot into 2nd position as they work their way through.
There's contact. I think that's Sam Hampshire. Was that Sam Hampshire that just...
That's Ben Leslie.
Oh, Ben Leslie.
Ben Leslie has gone into the barriers, and it looks as though we've got another cart into the barriers there as well on the other side. So problems, and we got 2 more crossed out. I think one of them is Max O'Shaughnessy. Max O'Shaughnessy!
It is Max O'Shaughnessy.
I don't believe it. The championship leader is in the barriers at turn 4. It's game on for everybody else. Max O'Shaughnessy's chances of winning this race have just gone. And the lead battle is 1, 2, 3, 4. Whiting, Kempynck, Dhillon, O'Neill. And this could go all the way through this race.
This could nearly be 5-way because Cameron Khan isn't that far behind. Last time round was just over 1.3 seconds. Sam Bennett, you could factor into there. Fastest lap of the race, Jack O'Neill, 45.872. In 4th at the moment.
Now, if you're going to put money on anybody that could be a bit of an outside bet, I'm going to put money here on Jack O'Neill. He's an endurance expert, knows this place very well. He and his endurance team, Titan Motorsport, have won countless races here in the past. Sam Hampshire is currently the fastest man on the track, though, in 8th position, trying to work his way further forward through the field. but several drivers already starting to make a play for it. In fact, Tom Kempynck is already starting to make inroads into Dom Whiting, but having to defend now from Dhillon. He actually puts his hand in the air. Stop ramming me! Two big names a long way down the order, because we've got Max O'Shaughnessy and Ben
Jack
Leslie.
O'Neill's third, got past Dante Dhillon.
Yep, Jack O'Neill into third position now. Watch him work. He is an absolute expert when it comes to Enduros. He's won everything from the British 24 Hours to the Le Mans 24-hour karting race to countless Henry Surtees challenges. Everything, you name it, he has been on the top step of before, and he will want to get another victory there in the bank. Third position, gunning well at the moment. Here's the battle for the lead, and it's going to be a second position for Jack O'Neill. He gets past Tom Kempynck into P2. Nice move from Jack O'Neill. Decisive but firm.
And Axel Slijepcevic is closing on the battle between Pugh, Hampshire and Bennett, as there's an absolute gaggle of karts being led by
Lovelace.
Lovelace at the moment. So
Lovelace has broken into the top 10, that's why. So Lovelace through in a 10th position, obviously having got past Swanell, and Graham Cobb is up to 12th position further back. So Cobb is up to P12, make that 11 as he makes the move on Swanell, and Graham Cobb is through into P11. Good move.
So O'Neill's really got the bit between his teeth coming down into paddock, with Dom Whiting still ahead. Tom Kempynck's now having to defend from Dante Dhillon, and right on the back bumper of them, or closing fast, is Cameron Khan in the number 10.
Jack O'Neill's going to make this move fairly sure, I'm
and there was a nice move by Sam Hampshire on Harrison Pugh there, going into paddock for 6th place.
Pugh's going to make it back though. Pugh takes him straight back, so he loses the place and gains it right back, but Hampshire's going to try it back into turn 1. Keeps his foot in. That'll do nicely. Hampshire is through in a P6.
I think it was 5th in the end, so he can...
Yellow flags, yellow flags. We've got an off there in the middle of the circuit. Sorry, Alex, 2 karts going off there in the middle of the circuit together. And I think that was in the top end of the field. I think the battle for 6th position has had a dramatic change. I think Hampshire and Pugh have come together.
They have, and look at Slijepcevic and Bennett have just come past us at paddock.
Hampshire and Pugh have had a collision. There goes the 7.
That is
Harrison Pugh
and Sam Hampshire.
Hampshire's gone back through, so Pugh and Hampshire have dropped back after a collision. Watch those two. They're going to be interesting to battle away after that little bit of a fisticuffs moment. Let's try and ride on board with Tom Kempynck's kart as he comes across the start-finish line. Down into turn 1. Jack O'Neill still swarming all over the back of our race leader. We go right, we go left into turn 2. Get out turn 3, the big flick, and here now Tom Kempynck starting to make a bid on Jack O'Neill. Jack O'Neill swarms, goes right. Good defensive driving as they go through the hairpin. Down through the straight into the right-hander. In through the hairpin this now. They're going to go flat on the throttle from this point, and they're going to stay on it all the way round.
As you say, that Harrison Pugh is challenging Sam Hampshire there for 8th place. It's a 6-way scrap for that position, with Hampshire, Pugh, Lovelace, Cobb, Swanell as well as in the mix. So that's another battle that's really intensifying.
So the karts continue to run away around the circuit. 1, 2, 3 and 4. The leaders complete the lap and go into turn 1. Whiting, O'Neill, Kempynck, Dhillon, Cameron Khan not far away. Oh, that's Lovelace trying to go up the inside of Pugh in the final couple of turns. I think Lovelace is going to try and commit to this up the inside of Pugh. He puts his wheels on the inside curb. Pugh is not going to let him get through though. Harrison Pugh remains in position. Boyd Wayne Jr. and Ben Leslie have got the leaders right up behind them. Ben Leslie will not want to let them through. Blue flags flying. Now Ben Leslie gets out of the way. Does he? Well, not enough, because he's only let one through. Oh, this is getting terrible for Tom Kempynck. He just about manages to avoid it. That was very, very close indeed. But Dante Dhillon is going to get held up here in 3rd position, as they are not letting him through. They're only letting one kart through. Now Dhillon gets through, but the first 2 have gone. And Dhillon is absolutely hopping mad.
Well, he's still got 40 minutes of this race, so it's still all to play for. It's just the red mist, Jake.
Well, Dante Dhillon was
there's bumping.
That's Ben Leslie being lapped there by Dom Whiting. Cameron Khan is in amongst it all, and Ben Leslie was given a little nerf as he went through.
And Dom Whiting had 2 wheels nearly on the grass there coming into paddock.
Very, very tricky to get through the traffic in these circumstances, especially when the drivers are not moving over for blue flags as they're being commanded to in the right positions. Some drivers deciding to take the rule book into their own hands and impeding drivers as a result. Here comes Max O'Shaughnessy on the back of Charlotte Manton, who in turn has caught up to Ben Ireland. So those three battling away in the final couple of turns for 19th position. Charlotte Manton will try and make the move on Ireland, and O'Shaughnessy get there as well. But O'Shaughnessy is not prepared to wait around. He's just trying to work his way through as many karts as he can. Charlotte Manton, though, is a top 10 runner in the championship who's struggling here this weekend. So this could be a difficulty for O'Shaughnessy. His first real challenge of the race so far. He dives for the inside of Manton. Charlotte Manton is not going to give him the space. Fair enough, you're racing. All sliding around all over the place. Dom Whiting still there in 4th position. That was Cameron Khan trying to work his way through the traffic. And still, Boyd Wade Jr. rams Ben Leslie into the tyre barrier. He squeezes him out and Ben Leslie is in the tyres.
Pedal to the metal, and who's got the bravado to...
Oh, Graham Cobb has just been nerfed wide and bounces off the tyre barrier, losing the position in the process. So Graham Cobb battling with Zach Swanell. He felt there he was squeezed by Swanell. Cobb actually bounced off the tyre barrier, kept it going in a straight line, but that allowed Ethan Suter to get through in the 12th position. So Graham Cobb will not be a happy bunny.
So just keeping an eye out for the leaders. Oh, Tom Kempynck. Tom Kempynck's gone past Jack O'Neill. Back into the lead of the race through turns 2 and 3. Brilliant move by the Belgian there.
Yellow flags. Yeah, we got a spin. Is that Dom Whiting? That is former race leader Dom Whiting, who's dropped it at turn 5. Dom Whiting is going backwards down the field. What a disaster. Dom Whiting's race win is over and gone. Sayonara, Dom. His race chances have ended. Kempynck leads. O'Neill second. Dhillon is now third. Cameron Khan is up to 4th place. Everybody else moves up one. Dom Whiting is not moving. And O'Shaughnessy makes the move on Evrim Gula. He's up to 13th. Max O'Shaughnessy is back in the hunt.
Well, effectively, at the moment, you can see that Tom Kempynck and Jack O'Neill are actually closing quite fast on the current championship leader. So it's going to be interesting how this race develops over the next 20 minutes.
Oh, he's given a real nerf in the braking zone, though, by the 53 of Russell Horton. So O'Shaughnessy not happy with that, clearly. Russell Horton, I think, just missed his braking point by a couple of metres, and that was enough to ram into the back of O'Shaughnessy. No major damage done, but psychologically, that will wind him up. And it's the Russell Horton, Alex Brazier, Anatoly Dhillon battle in front of them that's battling away all the way through. So we've got Horton, Brazier, Dhillon scrapping away. Kempynck and O'Neill scrapping away. Kempynck defends a little bit to the inside line to try and get on the inside of Anatoly Dhillon. Doesn't manage to make the move stick on that particular occasion, and he's being held up. This is a chance for Jack O'Neill now, and Kempynck knows it. He swarms back to the right-hand side, dives for the inside line. He almost lost the lead there, Tom Kempynck. Now he's going to come down the back straight. Jack O'Neill is going to make the overtake as well. He's gone with him. So now Jack O'Neill just sitting there in second position, just letting Tom Kempynck do all the work. Let him sweat it out. Let him make all the mistakes. Dive for the inside line, and he's going for it. Jack O'Neill makes the move for the lead. And as they come across the line, Jack O'Neill leads the race. Beautiful, beautifully timed.
And Zach Swanell gesticulates there, and Max O'Shaughnessy avoids. And the
O'Shaughnessy just got rammed in the side there by Swanell. That was really close contact, and I have a feeling that O'Shaughnessy shakes his fist at Zach Swanell. So these two are now shaking fists at each other as they go round. And Tom Kempynck having to defend as they work their way through. He's made his way past Russell Horton. They're still squabbling, these two. Swanell and O'Shaughnessy at the front of the train. Jack O'Neill and Tom Kempynck are closing up on these four. It's a very tight battle. Swanell, O'Shaughnessy, Suter and Cobb. And the next card in the line is Jack O'Neill, the race leader. This could get very spicy.
And with Kempynck and having been dropped a little bit there through back marker traffic, Dante Dhillon has now been let through as well.
Here goes O'Shaughnessy. He made mincemeat of Swanell there on the inside-outside line. Now he's going to tuck back. Swanell's going to try and give him around the outside, get himself back into the position. O'Shaughnessy now cuts back on the switchback. This is going to be a great run if he continues it. No, he can't get through. And now Jack O'Neill dives up the inside of Graham Cobb to lap him. Tom Kempynck does likewise. Then Jack O'Neill makes his way on the inside of Ethan Suter, and it's going to be a bit of a while before Tom Kempynck does likewise. Jack O'Neill may be winning the race in this move. Dante Dhillon works his way past the traffic, is not happy at all with Zach Swanell. You can list the amount of drivers who are not happy with Zach Swanell in this race on two hands. It's getting a bit ridiculous as he has obviously got himself into a position he doesn't want to be in, Zach Swanell. We know he can win races. This is the thing. We know how competitive he is, but to be perfectly honest, he has had
having a bit of a difficult day at the office by his standings and almost taking it out on other drivers.
So yellow flags heading into paddock, and there's a driver getting helped by one of the marshals on the outside of the final turn. Now, could that be Axel Slijepcevic by any chance? I haven't seen him circulate as of yet, but I'll just keep an eye. And that is confirmed. That is Axel Slijepcevic that has just been assisted by marshals on the final turn.
Look, Kempynck has made up some ground on Jack O'Neill. It might still be on here. A minute and a half to go. And at the end of this lap, there will be 2 laps to go. So basically, Tom Kempynck has caught up to Jack O'Neill. And with 2 laps to go, this race is still to be won.
Very much so. He might have been holding a little something back, ready for that final push towards the finish line as the pair come out there. Line astern, Jake, heading down into turn 1. Across the start-finish line they go.
And they'll both have seen that there's exactly a minute to go, so they'll both know that that's 2 laps left.
Tom Kempynck's taking the lead. Tom Kempynck has just taken the lead going into turn 3. Timed it to absolute perfection there from the Belgian.
Talk about timing there from Kempynck. He makes the move on O'Neill, but O'Neill is not done yet. He's going to try and get him back. Now watch them as they come onto the back straight. Jack O'Neill will know there's a chance. There was a little bit of hesitation off the curb there from Kempynck, so O'Neill is going to come back at him. Here they come, down the back straight. Kempynck is alongside. Has to squeeze him out. Jack O'Neill's going to try and force it round the other side of the circuit to get the switch back and get on the inside line. There's enough grip, but Kempynck is forcing the issue. This is amazing stuff. As they work together, O'Neill banzais up the inside of the final turn, and Kempynck runs out wide. O'Neill gets the lead back. 1 lap to go.
And it's all kicking off between the 2 leaders.
Kempynck gets back on the inside line and forces O'Neill sideways now. And so Kempynck gets the lead back. This is going to go right to the line. Amazing stuff. Kempynck leads. O'Neill second. They are going to be at this all the way to the finish line.
Kempynck still leading coming out of turn 5 on the run down towards the double right-hander. Jack O'Neill was nearly side by side there. The pair are just about to come down the back straight for the final time of asking. Kempynck still leads, heading to on this flat-out approach towards paddock.
Here we go. Jack O'Neill's going to try. Hasn't quite got the space, but he might be able to jump into the final turn. He's going to try.
Kempynck's
One last
really got
chance. Kempynck's going to hold it to the inside. He's going to do it. He's going to get there. Kempynck beats O'Neill to the finish. Oh my word, by .111.
Wow. Well done, Tom Kempynck. Maiden victory in 2017 for the Belgian. Fantastic job. Hats off to Jack O'Neill. Credit to the pair of them. So let's run you through the finishing order of what was an electric final dash to the finish for the lead of this from Jack O'Neill. Dante Dhillon completes the podium in 3rd place. Sam Hampshire was ahead of Harrison Pugh. Cameron Khan actually in the interim has shown us dropping down to 6th place ahead of Sam Lovelace, with Max O'Shaughnessy fighting his way back nobly from qualifying 14th, ending up down to the back end of the field, right the way back to 8th place ahead of Sam Bennett and Graham Cobb, who completed the top 10, with Zach Swanell, Ethan Suter, Russell Horton, Alex Brazier, Evrim Gula, Anatoly Duko. Have to give credit to that man. Started 21st, finished 16th ahead of Nathan Ballard. Charlotte Manson up to 18th ahead of Boyd Wayne Jr., Ben Island, Zotkarekas, George Wallage, Jason Cole, Johan Christie, Don Whiting, Axel Slijepcevic, Steve Bays, and Ben Leslie being the only retiree for this 1-hour enduro. What an electric race from the lights here at Sandown Park.
Cracking race from start to finish that had drama, pathos and all sorts of battles. Absolutely incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, your top 3 on the podium: Dante Dhillon, Jack O'Neill, and your race winner Tom Kempynck. Dante Dhillon, 3rd position. It was a quiet race at times, but a few more minutes and it could have been very interesting.
Yeah, I was watching Jack and Tom, keeping a close eye on their battle, because the more they battled, obviously, the more I caught up. But yeah, I didn't really seem to have anything out of corners, but I'm really happy with 3rd place, considering, yeah, it was a very quiet race. I think one of the more quieter races I've had this season, but nonetheless still a podium, and that was the goal.
And traffic really came into play today. You were able to make up a lot of ground and lose some of the other drivers by picking off the right moments at the right time.
Yeah, traffic, as always, makes a difference, especially around here, because it's really tight. Yeah, sometimes it can go your way, not go your way. You just hope you lose the guy behind, you catch up people, but it really is luck of the draw.
Well, good job, Dante. Stunning podium today. Brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Right, let's grab the man in 2nd place, Mr. O'Neill. Mr. O'Neill, that was so nearly a victory. What happened?
Oh, it was just last lap battles. That's what happens. You've got to put yourself in the situation to be able to win the race. 50% of the time you're going to win the race, 50% of the time you're going to finish second. It all goes down to sort of who's who's across the line first, and today it was Tom.
And you both gave as good as you got in that one as well. You were both hard, you were both firm, but you were both fair.
Yeah, it was all fair enough. You know, that's what the last lap's all about, to be fair. Yeah, it was a good race. I'm glad I was there at the end, because I felt Tom, if he got ahead and pulled a gap, I think he would have broke me. So I had to make sure through the traffic I was able to get ahead of him, so I could sort of dictate the pace. But no, he did a great job.
Fantastic job, and hopefully there's a few more before the end of the season, Jack.
You never know.
Great job. Let's get a word with our winner, Tom Kempynck. Tom, that was a tough one, but when you win by that much, it's a very, very impressive performance.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, as you said, we had a big battle between Jack and me nearly all the race. Coming to the end of the race, I lost a bit of time compared to Jack, going through traffic. Managed to close it in the end, and yeah, what a fight the last few laps. Just made a stick in the penultimate lap, and yeah, it's really good for the championship. So I'm looking forward to the next 2 rounds, 3 rounds I think. So still everything to play for.
And maybe, just maybe, Max O'Shaughnessy's advantage. You could chip away at it a bit more every time.
Exactly, that's the plan.
Okay, well, good luck for the rest of the season, but enjoy the moment while it lasts.
Yeah, thank you very much. Cheers, everybody.
Absolutely amazing. Alex Goldschmidt, have you found the championship leader?
I have indeed, Mr. Max O'Shaughnessy, having qualified 14th, if I remember correctly, having that bit of a spin earlier on in going into turn 4. You threw everything at it, Max. I mean, you must be pretty happy with the way that you charged back through the field to eventually finish 8th when it was all said and done.
Yeah, I made about 3 corners before there were 2 massive crashes. One of them ended me in the wall. I think sometimes people try and win the race on the first lap, which doesn't always work. And then it took me about half an hour to catch up to second last place. And then I was just trying to charge up the field as quick as I could. And I didn't really know where I finished, actually, until I'd just gone inside.
So at the end you finished 8th, but in terms of your championship, you know, we've got 3 rounds left to go. We've got both Tom Kempynck and Dante Dhillon in a very different position to where we were earlier on when you had a 55-point lead. How are you sort of now going to attack these last 3 rounds?
The last 3 rounds I'm just going to have to do the best I can, try and the best thing to do would be win all of them, but it doesn't always go your way, and I think I still retain the championship lead, but when you add in drop scores it's going to be very, very close.
Well, great drive today, Max. Well done.
Well, Alex, really good racing, to be fair, and incredibly close right the way to the line.
In all 3 Enduros as well, and the lights was no exception. You know, we had that fantastic battle between Jack O'Neill and Tom Kempynck, and I'm really happy for Tom because I've known him for quite a while, and to see him finally hit the top step was, you know, and that new set of overalls is definitely doing the job this year. You know, going to the frames as well. Very bright, so you can't exactly miss Tom Kempynck when he goes and throws one up the inside for the lead.
No, indeed. Well, a great victory for Tom Kempynck, and in the championship battle, that definitely gives us a little bit more to talk about. Max O'Shaughnessy, very much catchable with 3 rounds to go. If you want to get on the grid next time, DaytonaMax.co.uk is the website to get onto, and who knows, maybe you'll win a race or 2.